Hello, so I am starting a video that is going to take a little bit of a while to put together because I think this is going to be kind of a process for me, but I have the Greenstalk here. This is the salad size Greenstalk. They have a few different sizes if you go on their website, but I planted it up with a few things, and just kind of the transition to summer from the spring plants that I had in here to the summer plants has been kind of interesting. So I want to do a full revamp of this Greenstalk. I want to add in some perennials, gonna put annuals, maybe leave some spaces for the fall garden. I'm not quite sure, but I finally figured out where it's gonna go in the garden. And so now I feel like ready to really come in and do some more planting. So I'll show you where we're at right now. I have it just over here in this corner by my door. Please excuse all the things. I've got some little chores to do. But there's a few things growing, like some petunias that I started from seed that have been super fun and really pretty. You can see some squash starting, and I have a few things like, I think this is maybe a sunflower. So there's a few things coming in, but there's also some like empty spaces where like this is like some kale that's kind of just died back. And I also have it up against the side of the house here. And so what I think I'm gonna do over the process of the next few weeks is take this whole thing apart, probably move some of these plants around, and then set the whole thing back up with some fresh plants as well. I did go to a garden center and pick up a couple things. You probably will have seen these in a vlog by the time this video comes out. But I picked up a couple bush style tomatoes. These are Bush Champion, just like a nice slicer tomato. And it gets tomatoes that are, let's see, about 9 to 12 ounces. And the nice thing about it is that it really doesn't need a bunch of space, because as you can see, it's kind of a bush variety. I think it'll be perfect coming out of the Greenstalk, and so I'm very excited about that. And then I also grabbed some, sorry, the neighbor's air conditioner just turned on, some Eclair June bearing strawberries. And so with these, I wouldn't usually get June bearing strawberries, but they look interesting. They have like a raspberry and citrus notes. That sounds kind of fun. And they were super cheap. They were like $2, so I figured I'd get a few of these. And then I have a couple other strawberries. So I have a couple other strawberries that I have been growing in grow bags, and I haven't just really been loving the location that I have them in. I haven't really been loving the grow bag situation for them. I think it'll be easier to just harvest and enjoy and utilize them if they're growing in the Greenstalk. So I'm gonna move a couple of those strawberries into the Greenstalk as well. Now, because I have the Greenstalk up against the side of the house here, my thought is that a couple of the back rows, I'm just gonna mulch. I'm not gonna plant anything into like the pockets of the Greenstalk that are up against the wall. I'm just gonna mulch. It'll be an area where roots can grow into, and hopefully the mulch will keep the moisture, so it won't be an issue. You can see I got a bag of mulch there, ready to go. I don't really have like a space in my garden that has like the 360. I could rotate this, but I was finding that that was kind of more of a chore than I really am gonna end up doing. And so I can do like shade things on the shadier side, nice sunny things on the sun side, just mulch that last back row. And if I ever choose to move it, or I want to do anything differently as far as having that extra space, I can do that, and that's totally fine. So that's the plan for right now. I just wanted to give you that update because I'll be back out here to plant all of these plants in it. I'm going to take the whole thing apart, probably add some more potting mix, the whole process, and I'll show you how that goes. I'm really excited about this update. This is another good update that I needed to do, and I'm excited to get it going. All right. I got my coffee. Girly girl's got her tomato. It's gonna be a super hot day today, but I want to get some of these plants that I've got for the Greenstalk in it. I don't know how far I'm gonna get this morning because with her and everything, it could be a little tricky, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna at least take it apart and put maybe some of like the strawberries in there, maybe pop those tomatoes. I'm gonna be pulling some things out of a few different containers that I have, things that I just like I'm not loving in the containers that they're in. I have a couple things, like I just planted these eucalyptus seedlings like in this pot. They are pretty, they're really beautiful. I kind of wish though I had maybe put them like in an arrangement with other plants, but now I'm thinking I might just pop them like in the side of the Greenstalk. I will probably try to overwinter them in the unheated greenhouse, so I'll probably end up repotting them back into another pot at some point, but I think they might be fun just growing out of the side of the Greenstalk for the summer. A few different things like that that I'm going to be pulling from other containers. The rhubarb is going to come out of a container. Yeah, a few different things. So I'm going to start by just deconstructing the whole Greenstalk and then reconstructing it again once I put in some of the things. As you can see, I brought down all of these strawberries that I've been growing in grow bags. They actually have been doing okay and producing some strawberries, but I just haven't been like keeping up with them. I don't know, it just hasn't been working having them in these grow bags. So I'm gonna move them into the Greenstalk as well. And I think, yeah, I think that'll be really good. I think that'll be a helpful change. So those are gonna go in there, and I just pulled them down here. They were up on the patio, not really doing much, although I did get a couple strawberries. And the varieties on these, this is an alpine one. It actually creates white strawberries. I really need to clean it up. And then this is a Seascape Everbearing strawberry, and this is the one that I really got a lot of berries off of. And this one is excellent for containers and hanging baskets, so that's kind of nice. It's like a perfect one for something like a Greenstalk. I just picked these up at the garden center, but these I actually got from seed. I believe I got them from Pinetree seeds. I do have a discount code that they gave me to share with you guys. It's not an affiliate code, it's just a discount for you all, that's in the description. So if you want to look at their strawberry seeds, I believe that's where I got these. They were like an alpine white everbearing strawberry. Okay, we've got everything disassembled. One thing I am going to do, so this has a drainage spout, and part of what I was realizing with rotating it was kind of making, this was kind of becoming an issue. So I'm going to put this like back so that we have, okay, there's going to be two in the back here, and then we'll do all the pieces going around the front. And I may just mulch pretty much. I'll leave this nasturtium because it might do okay. I'm just gonna mulch these last couple and then like the last one when it fits on top, because yeah, there's just not really any reason for me to try to grow something up against this wall. Like maybe the nasturtium will grow on the side. I'll leave it there and see what happens, but I'm just gonna mulch it and use it as like reserve growing space for the other plants that are in here. I think that will be just fine. All right, so here's the first vase. I actually ended up picking one that has a bunch of these little like squash growing in it. They don't look like they're really thriving all that much, so I'm not quite sure if they're gonna do anything, but I figured that's a good bottom layer, and then we'll go from there. The next layer is all these petunias that I started from seed, which are blooming, and so I'm just gonna, yeah, put them here as kind of a nice step up from the zucchini. And then now I think I'm gonna do a layer. Oh my goodness, we have the most beautiful day. It's like low humidity, it's sunny. I'm up here on the patio because I am gonna bring the Greenstalk up here, I decided. So I brought everything up here. I'm gonna reassemble it on the patio. I showed you a couple of these. So I had the all the little squash, which I don't know if these guys are gonna do anything. They seem very stunted. I'm debating just like re-sowing them, but I'm on the edge. So there's the squash row, and then I planted a few of my petunias that I started from seed myself over in this one, and I have an open space, so I may plant something else in there. And then I'm going to do, this is going to be the top. I moved all these geraniums. You've seen this the pieces of this container a few different times. So I moved these beautiful little super bells, either super bells lemon slice, and the geraniums will be at the top level. So I think they'll like that because that tends to get the driest. So they'll be happy. And I put a vinca because I thought that'd be fun. And then I have this one with some peppers, and I planted the eucalyptus, and this may be, I don't know which level this one is gonna go on. And then I have more eucalyptus in this one. I put the rhubarb. This is gonna be like second from the top, I think. I was a little worried about this rhubarb, but I see a couple little leaves coming up, so hopefully the rhubarb will be okay with this move. And then this one looks really good with the tiny tomatoes. That one looks beautiful. So a couple tiny tomatoes, one little dwarf basil, and then all the strawberries, which actually just look gorgeous and happy. I'm gonna go inside and wash out all of these water trays just to make sure they're giving water to everybody. And then I'm gonna assemble the whole Greenstalk, and I'll show you what it looks like in the end in its new spot. All right, here it is. So now I'm just trying to decide if I want to center it here along this edge or if I want to put it in the corner, but I think it's so beautiful. It's got so many more things growing in it. There's just so much life. I love this combination of the strawberries with the tomatoes and then the super bells, and I think I'm gonna do more of that next year. Like, I have big plans for this next year, but either way, it's gonna be really beautiful for this year, and I think it's gonna be really happy. And I think that this patio is a better spot. Up here on the patio definitely seems like a better location for it. I think it's gonna be a good place. You can see you got the garden down here. So I'll keep you posted as it grows, let you know how it's doing, and then I hopefully, depending on how the season goes, I may plant some fall things in there too. So I will just keep you posted, and thank you so much for watching this video. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.